tool, this block, it's a jig block. It has a shaft. Most of it is smooth. It's got a knurled end and it's got a hole in the other end. Okay, so that's a jig block. What you're going to do is, if you'll notice, it has the word up written on it. That we would refer to as a clue in police work. And we put up between the ears, line it up, take the smooth end of the shaft, and pin this whole thing to the gun, just like that. Next, you need a 1/16 inch punch, and you're going to take that 1/16 punch, well, there it goes, and you're going to line up the hole in the shaft with the channel for the spring and the detent. And what I do is I take a couple of seconds and sweeten that up really well. You'll see why. Then we take the spring. Notice there's no parts on this from this assembly on this gun yet. We put on the jig block and set up the alignment first. Then we come with a spring, push it through that hole in there into the channel and soft set it. So now that spring is sitting in the middle of that shaft, keeping it from rotating. Next, I take the detent. You'll notice also that I keep the gun on the deck. If you're trying to do this small work with the gun freeheld, it's not going to happen. You're going to lose parts, you're going to get frustrated. You want to base the gun, you want to solidify the gun so that you have a solid working surface. Then what I'll do is take this detent, sit it on that trough, and I give it a little pop. That rolls it back into the hole of that shaft. Then take the your punch, push the shaft, or push the detent through that shaft, rotate this shaft up. So now what I've got done is I've trapped the detent and the spring in there just like I did when I took that pivot pin off. Okay? Take off the punch, get your front pivot pin. Now you got that channel for the detent. I don't want it to catch. I want to get this thing deep into the gun and I'll rotate it around. So I put it on there. What this is doing is helping hold that detent in that same place just like it did before. I rotate, put the channel forward, put it on the end of the pin, push it onto the gun real solidly, and then rotate this around until it catches the detent. Take off the shaft, pull back the pin, and you're on.
God damn.
Like I say, the L tool will